Lawyer fights are a funny thing. When you go after a lawyer in any sort of capacity, you run the risk that they will approach you with the same sort of zeal that they would approach representation for their client, which means they're going to go after everything they can in all ways, typically up to the very limits of the law. And they're able to navigate those limits really, really well, really effectively, because they've done this for a while. They know what they can go after. They know what they can do and say. And greater society might find some of those things distasteful, but these are really the tactics you have to use when fighting for your, for your life, for your profession. And in this case, Lin Wood is not pulling any punches. He is enlisting an army of patriots in his battle to retain his law license. Now, why am I talking about this? Why do I know about this stuff? I'm Nick Rekieta of Rekieta Law, a small law firm in central Minnesota. I'm a lawyer and I'm a legal and political commentator here on YouTube. So if you like legal and political commentary, analysis, opinion, news stories, all of that stuff, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, make sure you don't miss any videos. Now, Lin Wood has become somewhat of a hot button subject as of late, specifically starting in the 2020 election cycle with his open support of Donald Trump. I've talked about Lin Wood a bunch on this channel because he's a fascinating character with a storied career as a lawyer, one of the most preeminent defamation attorneys in the entire country, one of the most successful in hitting these high-profile cases against very, very big, entrenched, and protected targets. And he's bringing that same level of zeal now as his career has been blasted by the media, by the State Bar Association, by judges, by other lawyers. He has been under attack for a while. And now the State Bar of Georgia is trying to disbar Lin Wood. They're done with him. They don't like what he's been doing. They don't like what he's been saying. They're saying he's violating his ethical responsibilities. They're questioning his literal sanity, and they're going after his law license pretty much any way that they can. It's not actually easy to disbar an attorney. They have to go pretty far over the edge and not just say things that are unpopular. Generally speaking, they have to do something to sincerely damage their ability to competently represent a client. And so to go after that law license, you have to bring something to show that. And the latest approach by the State Bar of Georgia is to attack Lin Wood's sanity and to suggest that he's not in a proper mental state, that his mental state is impacting his ability to represent his clients. Of course, their big problem in all of this is that he hasn't done anything that misrepresents any of his clients. That's one of the problems. Again, like or hate Lin Wood, I don't really care if you do or don't. It doesn't matter to me. Again, I'm fascinated by his story. But that being said, he hasn't done anything to damage the clients he's representing. At most, he's done stuff to damage his own reputation. He's filed lawsuits in Georgia related to the election. He joined on Sidney Powell's team for the Kraken. He has just been announced as working with Sidney Powell on her defamation lawsuit against Dominion, where Dominion has sued her for $1.3 billion. All of this stuff has gone on, but he wasn't actually misrepresenting his clients. He got removed from the Carter Page lawsuit in Delaware because the judge said he signed on to some legal briefs in a different jurisdiction that were not up to snuff. That's, I guess, something that can be debated, but the judge has the ultimate authority there. They're trying to do that in New York as well. They're trying to remove his permission to practice as a guest in the forum because he's not licensed in either of those places. And you need permission to actually participate in a lawsuit in a place where you're not licensed. So they've been revoking that permission. They've been going after those. And that's one thing. But to actually go after his license, notice they're not going after him for misrepresenting a client yet. They're going after him for the potential to, in the future, misrepresent a client. That's what they're attacking. Lin Wood is not taking this sitting down, and he has put out a call on Telegram to build an army of patriots to investigate the State Bar of Georgia. Let's take a little peek here. Well, actually, let me just go to his Telegram and we can look at that. Now, his other Telegram post that follows this one has a bunch of the names of the State Bar of Georgia. It has all of their names and some information. I'm not going to display it on this video because it contains private information. I mean, it's technically public information, but it contains the addresses of their homes. So I'm not going to actually do that. I'm not going to display it on screen. I don't want to, I don't want to contribute to any sort of thing like that. So if you follow Lin Wood, you know where to find that information. Again, it's actually public. I just don't want to have it be misconstrued in my usage of it. I'm not calling on anyone to do anything. I'm just reporting on this story. So he says, under the rules of the State Bar of Georgia, I have the right to challenge the competency, qualifications, or objectivity of any member of the state disciplinary board, but I have to do so within 10 days. I could use the help of an army of patriots due to the time limitation. Below is a list of the members provided to me by the State Bar today. If you have any information that might impact the competency, qualifications, or objectivity of any members, would you email the information to me at lwood@fightback.law? Their social media posts, political affiliations, representative clients. For example, what if one or more of them represent Dominion? Good question. Lawsuits filed against them, etc., would all potentially provide me with relevant information that could form the basis of a challenge. If you have time, would you help me? God bless you, Lin. So this is directly from his Telegram account, and we can go back to this article. Now, I'll have this article and that Telegram post in the description. You guys can follow them if you want and read up on it yourself. This is from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, and so it is not a favorable article to Lin Wood, but it does have some good information in it. Here we go. So more than 350,000 Telegram users viewed Wood's post, and within hours, his army was reporting its findings. One post listed intimate facts about a board member, her wedding date in 2019, her husband's name, his work as a lawyer, the city where they live. It also included rank speculation. Quote, works with lobbyists for the state, gives her husband plum appointments, must be recused. So what I really do like about this article is right here. The episode shows that Wood, one of Trump's most vocal advocates since the November election, will fight the State Bar's disciplinary action with the same tenacity he's shown while taking on news organizations, business executives, and others he is accused of defaming his clients, beginning with Richard Jewell, the initial suspect in the Centennial Olympic Park bombing of 1996. In an interview Monday, Wood defended identifying the disciplinary panel members, 14 of whom are lawyers. He said their names and addresses already were public information. Quote, why are they so nervous about people investigating them, he said. No one's harassing them. No one has called for them to be attacked or threatened. I would never do that. And then he added, they started the fight with me. I did not start it with them, but I'm going to finish it. This is the thing with picking a fight with a lawyer, especially one whose entire career is built around going some of the most insulated, and public organizations that exist. The news media. You can't pull punches. You have to be absolutely ruthless and tenacious, and you have to have the fortitude to stick with the fight and carry it through to the end. Lin Wood is throwing it down on the table and saying, do you guys have the fortitude to stick it out with me? Because I'm going to run this thing the way I'm going to run it, and I'm going to pursue every single option. I'm going to go after every single one of you if I have to do it. Now, I've talked to several lawyers who have been sort of on the receiving end of these sorts of things, and the response is many times the same. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm just out here doing my job. You come after me? You want to come after me? We'll fight back and see what happens. I really like that about this situation. Again, I'm not particularly partial to Lin Wood. I'm fascinated by his story and how it's developing, so I like reporting on it. I see people who like to click on it, So it's a win-win for everybody. I thought this is a really interesting piece. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this. Do you think Lin Wood should be going after these people? Do you guys know anything? Are you going to help Lin Wood do this? I don't know. Time is running out, so I'm kind of curious what he comes up with. It would be really interesting to see if any of them have some connections that would explain going after his law license. Again, you can dismiss someone. You can say they're a crackpot, they're a nut job, I don't like the way they do law. You can do all that, but to try and prevent them from practicing is a whole different story altogether. And that's really interesting. I don't know. Like I said, what do you think? Let me know. We'll talk soon. Peace. Peace.